a nightmare of hunger and death. As the days go by, the survivors of the Gaza bombings discover new horrors. Anxious to move on with their lives, they often find out that this nightmare is not easily left behind. In fact, they cannot leave, and very little aid is coming in. As the hours pass, people get desperate to find food. At the aid centers, the staff work as hard as they can to feed an endless stream of desperate people. This is one of the large stores, normally crowded and full of products. It stands almost completely empty now. Only a few random items are available, if you can pay for them. Because on top of the devastation and death, the war has destroyed any notion of a functioning economy.
Since October 7th till today, we don't have supplies coming in because of the Israeli attacks. Before October 7th, there was a blockade, of course, and everyone felt it. But from October 7th till now, supplies have started dwindling in a drastic way, in Khan Yunis specifically. The basic food supplies that one needs to survive have almost completely disappeared from the markets. So you can say that we are well on our way to a mass famine in Gaza. Only a matter of time. The people's situation is pitiful, my friend, very bad. People have been forced out of their homes and are now on the streets. The population of Khan Yunis has exploded and is now way more than the city can handle. Of course, Jabalia, Beit Hanun, Gaza, everyone left. The situation is bad. I'm from the north, a resident of northern Gaza. There the situation was miserable. We had shellings and our homes were destroyed, so we came here as refugees. We came here to Al-Sanaa with our tents. We came looking for food and drink for our children. There's no food and water is very hard to find. There's no bread. The situation is disastrous. We're at rock bottom. We hope that aid comes in. We hope that all the nations see us and understand how difficult our situation is. No water for our kids, no bread. As you can see, we came to the supermarket and there's nothing on the shelves. I came here along with my kid all the way from Al-Sanaa to buy some rice and couldn't find any. We hope and ask our God that this crisis is resolved. We need food, we need fuel. All our family members are in the West Bank. We no longer know how to communicate with them. All my family is in the West Bank, my uncles, my mother. I don't have anyone here other than my husband and my child. So we hope that things get better. We ask God to keep an eye on us and that aid and food supplies get in. And hopefully a humanitarian ceasefire takes place because we're all exhausted. We've gotten drenched from the rain. We're tired. Our kids are drenched and the tents are all drenched by the rain. All our mattresses are drenched. We ask of God and everyone in charge to see us, to help us and to stand by us. That's all, because they can already see what's happening to us and they don't seem to care. We have no one but our God.
Despite the devastation, average people vow to remain steadfast.
Despite the injuries, despite the pain, despite the loss of our houses, and despite all of our martyrs, we are victorious. What we achieved, great Arab and European powers couldn't achieve. And we are with the resistance, victory to the last drop. So we have to be resilient. We are a resilient people. We have to stand together. Whoever can give must give their brothers, their friends, and their neighbors. That way we can resist. We are all one heart, all working for the same aim. Our homes are destroyed, our kids are killed, we lost everything. We all die together and that's enough. We will stay resilient. Whatever happens, we are resilient.
The Palestinian spirit has endured many wars and decades of occupation. They see their own survival as an act of resistance. In this context, preparing their food, despite the war, despite the fear and the lack of supplies, is a victory in itself.
Now we cook using wood. There's no gas, there's nothing. We used to run on gas, but then we ran out. People wanted falafel and we couldn't offer them anymore. So we had an idea of taking this barrel and adapting it, as you can see, and to get firewood from near the beach. We bring the wood, we cut it here, and we light up the stove. Considering the lack of gas, we are the only place in Khan Yunis making falafel on firewood now.
Gazans are heroic, stomped by the boot of occupation, hammered by the bombs. They are denied the right to protest and are humiliated and displaced on their own land. Yet every day that passes is a small victory in their fight for survival.